Hello everyone, this is Ep10 and welcome to episode 10 of Ep10's Create Arcane Engineering Let's Play series, where I wrapped up last episode thinking I didn't want to go this route, but then I rethought it and I came up with something. I saw online that you can use trap doors and waterlogging them as a way to prevent water from spilling, and apparently lava will then cobblestone itself up. No problem. Whoops, didn't want to break that, but you get the idea. Cool. So how about we take advantage of this little trickery? So I think it should be as easy now as attaching my drill to this dude. And then how about you and you? And we can belt that. Let's see what happens. You ready? Is that working? I think it is. Sweet. Look at it go. All right. That's cool, right? Isn't that cool? That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's neat, right? All right. So we've got cobblestone getting millstoned into gravel, getting smelted into andesite, getting mixed into 4x, right, of these dudes, which then gets sucked into these guys. And now all you need to do is have... Are we out of tunnels again? We're always out of tunnels. You know what? You use a lot of tunnels into these guys, or funnels, whatever they are. I always mix them up. I always mix them up. I always mix up tunnels and funnels. And you would think it would be easy to remember which is which. It's not. Cool. Now I'm going to break you for a sec, because I want to see what happens when this whole line backstuffs. Because right now you've got 63 andesite alloy in you, right? So you went in. You've got 27 in there, 64 in there. Good. Cool. So what should happen in a few moments, and with a little help from Dyer, we should be near 64. And then I want to see this thing back stuff. Right? So this whole area over here is actually not bad. I think it's kind of working. We'll see how we do with the crystallized mineral chunks and all that stuff. Doesn't look like we have a ton of them, which has me a little concerned. Now, you should not be item spilling, sir. Why did you item spill? Yeah, you shouldn't item spill. That is a problem for me, actually. If I make you a whole block, will you be better? You will. Okay. So then all we need to do to fix that is we now need you and you. You've heard of Dire Wire. It gets worse, friends. It gets way worse. Eh? And then as it uses those things, the backstuffed items should get vacuumed into the... See? It's doing a good job, right? How cool is that? How cool is that? Eh? Eh? And that's like fully automated at this point. Our only concern is the lack of mineral resin, which has me a little concerned. We're not doing great on mineral resin. But not terrible, right? I don't think we need none of this no more. So mineral, crystallized mineral chunks, these things, right? You know, they clearly drop from the trees, and they're doing okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could take this stuff, and I could dry them into blocks, and then saw them into chunks. So if I wanted to go that route, I could. That could get very tricky, plugging that into this existing setup. I'm just saying, that could be a challenge. What we'd have to do is probably sneak it in here somewhere, such that all the mineral would be pushed onto the belt here, and then it could be vacuumed into that guy. So if we could sneak it into this spot, that would probably be doable. We'd want to saw, like, here-ish. But we'd also need to... We need to get a drying basin. Which we can get some black dye. That's not a big deal. Right? And then we'd need to get the crystallized mineral into the drying basin. Right? Which we could do. We could figure out. You know? I mean, you guys are actually doing a good job with the crystallized mineral and the phytogrow and all that. Not too shabby. I don't think I'd want to tap into this one. I think what we'd want is another set of arboreal extractors around a tree. And have them feed into a drying basin. Right? Like, we'd probably plant the tree somewhere around here. I mean, we could maybe put it, like, right here. I just don't really want it right there, but we could. The annoying thing in this pack is these leaves falling. I really... Immersive weathering, huh? I might, like... Is there, like, a way to turn that off? Because it's really annoying. Access configs of other mods. Immersive weathering. It's cool. It's just really annoying. Charring, cracked blocks, food, freezing, general generation, icicle, leaf piles. That might be what I'm looking for. Leaf piles. Leaf piles slow. I'm not sure what that means. Can I make it 0? Save. These things. I'm not loving them. See? No, it's still happening. It's still happening. Stop happening. Let's see. Configure, access other mods, immersive weathering, common config. Leaf piles. I mean, it's set to 0, right? Leaf piles spawn chance. Leaf piles slow. I don't know what that does. Let me look this up and see if there's a way I can get this to, like, not happen. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it for now, and we'll see if this is a problem. Because if I'm leaving it alone, it will probably produce a sufficient amount of these that I'm not going to worry about it. I did try closing Minecraft and reopening, and despite the fact that the config file clearly says do not make leaf piles, it's still making leaf piles. So it doesn't look like there's a good way to turn that off right now, which is a bummer, but oh well, life goes on. So, hey, I think, if I'm not mistaken, have completely completed Chapter 1. Yes? Agree? Yeah? Is that cool? Because if we really look at it, right, Chapter 1, and by the way, I can hand these things in real quick and get some rewards, like the copper casings and whatnot. Let's do that. I'm going to put those tunnels away that I don't need no mores. You guys can go away. Put you in there as well. We'll just kind of tidy up everything if we can. I should really consider opening these guys. Like, what's in here? Oh, hello. What was that? What? Hello. Okay. Blaze burners. Oh my goodness, look at all the things we just did. What did we get here? Andesite scaffolding. Copycat stack. Converts any full block into a decorative step. Well, that's interesting. Metal girder. Turntable. Display board. Placard. Vertical gearbox. Kinetic mechanism. Holy cow. Mechanical press. Encased fan. Metal bracket. Look at all this stuff we got. Right-click on a blaze burner to allow it to take liquid fuels as input, as an example, oil, refined fuel, etc. Copper wire, scaffolding. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff. It's wild how much I just got. And you're telling me if I enchant that, it's going to be, like, better? Because that's a little shenanigans. I don't mind. Very cool. Yeah, don't right-click on blocks, because apparently right-clicking items on blocks makes these stone brick things, which I don't need or want. But, you know. Goodbye, stone brick. And I got this collecting task thing. I think for the sake of completing Chapter 0, I'm going to just, I guess, farming task and deforesting task? Oh. And we'll put these things away as well. I'm probably going to want to upgrade this chest at some point, but we'll get there. All right. I also got block of industrial iron, which is... okay. And that can be used for... I guess I'll put it in here? Because that's kind of where it goes, I guess. All right. And then you're not terrible, and you're cool. So I think I want to knock out all these quests just so I can say, like, everything's good and done here. Couple things I'm going to have to do to make this work. First, we're going to need that. Okay. And then we're going to need pipes and a pump. Pipes, I'm sure I have. Pump, maybe not. Pipes, pipes, pipes. I have a spout. I know that much. That's cool. Pipes, yep. Pump I can get easily enough, so I will. Cool. And then we should probably just get some more of these, because we're always using them. So you just want an arboreal extractor. I can just snag one of the ones I already have. And it might be smart to... maybe I'm going to disconnect you for a sec. Just so I can accumulate a bucket's worth of that. Are any of you guys empty or what? Not really, actually. Oh, you're empty enough. Cool. Arboreal extractor quest complete. Phyto grow back up and running. This will get to a bucket's worth in a minute. And then that will complete this quest for me, which will be cool. And then that should be this entire chapter is done, right? Now, this guy can be marked done with these cool things. You want a nature's compass? I could probably make one of those just to complete Terralith caves, andesite caves. Okay, maybe. I would like to have this chapter like 100% complete, and I think that and the runic tablet thing will go. So let's see. You have to be on a deployer. Okay, well I can make one of those real quick. And then a rune on a smooth stone slab, and that's going to get me into magic, and I might switch gears and go into magic for a few minutes. So let's go home, and I'm going to put you guys away. I'll hang on to the cookie. Do I have an extra deployer or no? I do. Good. Awesome. And then what I'll do is a depot, which is not terrible. Is it me, or does it feel like it's brighter in my house at night than it is during the day? What was that? Did you see that? He just like went flying up in the air. I have not seen them do that before. Alright, you make a lot of things you can make apparently. Okay. And then the depot should be cool. And I'm going to add this out here to my string of ridiculousness. I could probably just put him here. And then we'll put this guy here. And that should be good, right? Okay. In a moment, I'm going to make that runic tab. But quickly, let me get you and a redstone dust. So I can get this nature's compass dude covered. So I just need 4 of any kind of sapling. Dark oak might work. Okay. And that is cool. And now you want me to visit Terralith Cave, Andesite Caves. Andesite Caves? Start search. So that would be 2650, 154. Negative 2650, negative 154. Right? So like here-ish? Did that work? Yes. Don't die. Hooray. I didn't die. Is this them? Oh boy. You think they're like undergroundish or something? I mean, they are called caves, right? Remember, don't dig straight down in Minecraft. Do you think this is them? I mean, there's clearly a lot of andesite here. I just really wanted to mark this quest complete. 2650. Quest complete. I did something. I did something. I could have ran for half an hour of real life time, or I could have not. I chose to not. I hope you don't mind. Okay. All right. So that knocks that quest out, which is cool. Looks like I'm going to need another one of these iron chest upgrade dudes. Okay. Okay. So that, is there anything not done here? Just the runic tablet and then the smeltery controller, obviously, which I probably do want to get going. But you are just going to be what? You were smooth stone slabs. So let's get some cobble cooking, because I feel like a lot of smooth stone is probably in our future. Okay. So, and then we wanted the these dudes. Which, are they craftable or no? I think it's really just, I mean, you can make it automated. I think in the same way that, you know, we might wind up doing that. But just so I don't have to go mining a whole bunch, we're gonna use some runes that were not fairly obtained, let's say. Okay, so you'll get my first set of slabs. And then let's take a look at what's getting a smeltery looks like. Because we're going to need the melter, right? Seared melter needs a sealed machine. Did I have any extra sealed machines? I got a bunch of copper casings. And because I've got rubber now, it should be no problem to get sealed machines. Like, all we got to do is come over here and snag... I think it's like only a handful of rubber, actually. Sealed mechanism would be 4 rubber equals 8 of these, right? Or no, 16. Cool. And then you can make that. And then that'll get me a seared melter. We just need a seared gauge, which is no big deal. Good, you're done. Let's take what you've got going on here. I'm going to put this away for the time being. Okay, and let's eat that delicious cookie. All right, so seared gauge. I remember I made some seared bricks. Okay, so seared iron gauge. And that was an upgrade machine, right? Oh, I get 2 seared melters for some reason. Okay. Place above a tank or heater to fuel. Right. So the seared heater is going to be this. Neither of those got placed correctly. Dire, please. Okay. Excess will go in here for the time being. We'll get some coal for heating. Okay. And that's cool. And then we should be able to do bing, bang, boom. And now to get a seared, we need 4 copper ingots. And they should smelt pretty quickly. And then I assume we're going to need one of these bad boys right here with a faucet. And then you smelt up 1 more copper for me. And that seems pretty cool, right? Now to get this guy, you need any seared stone blocks. I assume this will work. Yoinks. That's cool. Dun dun dun, quest completed. I might leave this here for the time being. Let's do that. Let's leave this here for the time being, and then we'll plan in the future what that's all about. So that completes that. Now for you, Runic Tablet, it should be as simple as giving you this and making you do this. You are not a vertical gearbox, are you? Hooray! Quest complete. Nice. So is there anything in this chapter we don't have now? Just the mineral bucket. Which might be ready by now. With all the stalling I did to get that done. 9:58. Next tick. next one. Close. Close. Getting there. Come on, you can do it. I guess we'll come back in a sec when it's ready. There we go. 1 bucket's worth. Boom. I just wanted to hear the satisfying sound of everything completed in Chapter 1. Beautiful, right? Isn't it cool? I do love it. I do love that satisfying, like, I just did it all, dudes. That is beautiful. Okay. So with everything done in Chapter 1 now, right? Everything is complete. That is stinking cool. Everything is complete here, right? So we can now move into extraterrestrial contraptions, or we can jump into crystalline captivation, which is, I think, how we'll work our way towards Ars Nouveau. Because if we look at Ars Nouveau, and which is something I'd very much like to get into, by the way, in order to get our first spell book, we're going to need source crystal fragments, which is grind wheeling source gems. So we definitely have to get crushing wheels. And source gems are made in mechanical crafters with source time crystals, or they can be cast. So talk to me about source time crystals. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's do it this way. Yeah, source. Pour it over a runic tablet, which we just made, by the way. And then source is made from impure source, but it has to be heated. Okay? And that can be made with Mage Bloom Sourceberry Smoothie or Impure Source Bucket. So Mage Bloom Sourceberry Slurry will be Mage Bloom Sourceberry Smoothie. Holy cow. And bowls. And this will be Mage Bloom Juice and Sourceberry Juice. You're kidding me now, right? Like we're getting a little hilarious. Mage Bloom, and source berries. Okay, well, that's quite the production line, isn't it? I hope you hold my hand through this, Mr. Questbook. So apparently getting runes can be automated with this process, right? Whether or not we need to get a whole ton of runes or not remains to be seen. I already have a stone cutter. You want me to get both of those? Okay. I know I have a mechanical saw somewhere too. Look, quest complete. Stone cutter. Happy? And I know I have a mechanical saw as well. I just, you know, didn't have the quest open at the time for it to count. If I pop in here somewhere, can I really don't want to break you and have you potentially do something goofball-y. There might be a saw in here. I was using a manual one to cut down trees, remember? Oh, I do have one. Yay. Quest complete. Done. And now you want my slabs. Done and done and done. Sweet. Ooh, Artificer's bag. Artificer's legendary bag. Should we click them? Let's do it. I'm kind of tired of accumulating all these bags and not doing anything with them. I'm worried about how much inventory space it's about to use, but whatever. We'll be alright. Ish. I'm going to put you in here, and you guys can go away as well. And I should probably upgrade you to the next tier of chest. And I want to empty my inventory fully before opening this bag, dude. And yes, technically, a couple of the resources I put in there are not create specific, but it's okay. So, Artificer's bag? Okay, cloth and mage bloom fiber. That wasn't too crazy. Oh, hello. Glowing bread, full course meal. Nice. Arcane brick, smooth ashlar, obsidian skull, lava lily, mage bloom, wilden wing, and dark rune. Neat. Okay. What I should probably do... What do I have something on the top left up there? I don't know what that is. But what I'm going to do is get myself a little bit more inventory space. Speaking of that saw, I should go cut down the trees again. And I want to make a chest whose job will be to be magical-based items. So I've got, like, my create chest. This is going to be my magic chest. Now let's see if by placing all these machines like this, or all these trees super close like this, chop it all down, please. Did you cut down nothing? You cut down nothing. Great. You made it worse. This is worse, Dire. Cut it all down, please. I sense I'm going to want to get into Ars Nouveau sooner than later right now. I was hoping that I could, like, trick this thing into all chopping down at once. No, clearly not. Clearly not something that was going to work for me. It was worth a try, right? Rip. Oh, well. You know what? I like this glowing bread. Sure. Oh, I like that. We're going to need more of that. For sure. But at least for now, this will be enough for one chest, right? Okay, and this will be my magical resources chest. So anything magically, okay, can go in there. And you're still a mob drop, so you're going to go with the other things. Cool. All right, so let's say that that's... I mean, I made a spout in a bucket, but you want me to place it above a corundum drop, which I've not found any of those blocks yet. Oh, cool, mage bloom seeds. Nice. Sighted on floating islands stashed by the ancients, can be made by the following, crafted using enchanted arc. Yeah. So we need source gems to make mage bloom seeds. Don't we need mage bloom seeds to make source gems? I feel like yes. Unless there's something I'm not understanding here. So with this chapter possibly semi-complete, is there like a progression thing? There we go. That should unlock the next chapter. Herbalist's Heritage. Found all around the world. I do have source berries. Sighted on some islands up in the sky. Some of the ancients used to store this. So let's check out one of those. Because I definitely have some source berries, right? If we pop up to a sky island, I know there's one not too far. Because I'm always seeing it. Like that one up there, right? I wish I knew what direction I was facing on my map. So I would say it's right about... Do you think that's an island in the sky that it's talking about? Or is that like a random other island in the sky? I don't know. Not quite there yet. I think it might be this one. Is this me? Oh, hello. Ether bulb blocks. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Found mage bloom. Sweet. And berries. Cool. And there's some kind of like... Oh, there's lily pads of fertility up here. That's a thing. There's lily pads of fertility up here. Yeah, don't say. That's quite exciting, isn't it? That's really quite exciting, actually. Neat. Yeah, Mage Bloom hurts a little bit, what can I say? But yeah, no, that's cool. Or not Mage Bloom, Source Berries hurt. Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, now I've got a sufficient number of the seeds, so we can set up a nice little farm, right, for these seeds. I'm going to put all my Source Berry and Mage Bloom things over here so that you're all together. And we'll open up a few more Artificer's bags, which seem to be liking to giving me those things. So I'll take them. Okay. I have a runic tablet. Thank you. So now you want me to do the juicing stuff, right? So that'll get it. Sourceberry juice is compacted sourceberry. Okay. And Mage Bloom juice is compacted Mage Bloom. No heating required. And then we need to... So this is the quest that walks me through all that, right? And that's just mixing, no heating required. And then filling by spout. How many of these do you think we're going to have to get? Because can I get source gems? I guess there is no other way to get this. We have to do it this way. Or whatever this source time crystal thing is, which I don't have a clue. Block interaction, lychee tweaker. Nope, no idea. So I'm suspecting that we're going to want to automate this, because I'm suspecting we're going to need a lot of gems in the future, right? So this is probably our next task. But once we get these source gems, then we can get our Ars Nouveau book, right? And that'll be cool. And then we can break into some magical stuff. I like the sound of that, right? Because once we get our source gem, it's just a simple matter of crushing in a crushing wheel, which I think we're probably close. We can probably do mechanical crafters pretty soon. Looks like we're going to have to do chapter 2 of Create before we can actually get the spell book, but that's okay. That's okay. So we have to do this crystalline stuff. And then we can get the herbalist stuff, and that'll get me source gems. And in tandem, we're going to have to do this chapter so that we get precision mechanisms. Got it? All right, so let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time. We'll probably start working on source gems at that point, because I'd also like to get a tinker smeltery set up so I can get like a tree chopping axe and maybe like a better pickaxe and sword and stuff. That could be cool. But for now, we're up on that point. Double 20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.